availability, be part of something bigger than themselves. I mean, these are pretty significant words, Jalen, and one wonders just how much tooth there is behind them, because at the end of the day, we had a good debate here earlier about, look, if KD wants him back, then he's going to be back, and that's what. How do you see that situation right now?
It's almost like a tug of war, right? Me and you pulling. There's two ways for me to win. It's for me to have enough people to pull you in my direction, or for me to let it go. You see what I'm saying? And that's what I just saw happen, because he gave KD, Kyrie, and the organization, gave them autonomy to do it their way this year. So now they're just saying, now, since James Harden is gone, since Kyrie missed part of the season, since we got swept out of the playoffs, we're taking some of that autonomy back. And we're going to make sure we do that publicly so everybody knows we're on the same page.
To be clear, for those who don't know, Amar'e, you were there all season long. You were a part of the coaching staff. Is it my understanding, are you still part of the Nets? I guess is the question I'm asking you. I don't know if that's public knowledge or not. What is your role now there going forward?
So going forward, I'm not with the Nets anymore. I decided not to go back with the Nets for next season, but I do still follow them very closely.
Okay, fair enough. I just wanted to get that out there so everyone understands where we're coming from. That said, how do you see this thing going forward? Because you understand the dynamics, and I would never ask you to talk out of school about things that you witnessed, but for whatever can be public, the dynamics there of KD and Kyrie, who seem to be a package deal, and obviously there were the ups and the downs of that, and the organization, to Jalen's point, trying to take back a little bit of the control here. How do you see it?
I think Sean Mark's doing a great job by trying to bring back the power in his hands and making sure that he's in control of the situation. But I do think with Kevin and Kai, need to have a real sit-down. Because Kyrie, since he signed with the Nets, he missed more games than he played. And so I think you have to have that conversation. Two of your star players need to sit down in the room and say, hey, Kyrie, what's your goals, bro? You want to be the best player in the game? You want to accomplish more in this league? You want to, what are your goals moving forward? And if they both can understand that, hey, we want to make this thing special here, we want to win a championship, and he's committed to playing in those games, then I think you bring him back.
You understand the dynamics of this well, because you were a superstar player and you played alongside from Steve Nash, all those, that kind of together dynamic and whatever the case was. Does that work with the two of them? I guess what I'm asking is, if they can get that thing together, do you think they have championship stuff there in Brooklyn? I
think so. I truly think so. If Kyrie comes back and plays the way he played when he did play this season, and have a full season with training camp and a full year under his belt, they have a chance to build the chemistry properly to win, to contend for a championship.
So Jalen, I'm going to ask you the impossible question. You're Joe Tsai, which would be a nice person to be because he's a billionaire, but you own the team. What do you need to hear from Kyrie Irving that's going to make you comfortable saying, okay, I now fully trust that you are as bought in as you need to be, and I'm going to sign you for 4 years and $200 million, whatever it is that it's going to come to?
That if I'm healthy, I'm going to be available. That's really all you have to say, and that's really all you have to show. And like I always say, sometimes I can't hear what you're saying because your actions are so loud.
That's what I mean. Do you trust it? Do you believe it? He can say it, and then the world has it.
Well, but then if he doesn't abide by that, now all of a sudden you as the owner, you go to KD and you say what James Harden said to KD when Kyrie didn't get vaccinated. Oh, I came here from Houston, your man didn't get vaccinated, so now I don't want to be here anymore. So now the owner will do the same thing to KD. I told him that I needed him to be available. Now he's not available. What's up with your guy? That's how it goes. And then now it goes from being, okay, we can't move him, to he told me he was going to be available and he's not available. Now, KD, you understand we must be willing now to move him.
How's that go?
Absolutely. And I think what needs to happen, too, also in negotiating with Kyrie going forward, you have to also add these type of conversations inside the contract. Okay, you can say that you're available and ready to play for next season, but are you actually going to do that? Are you going to now renege on that and not play? So if that's the case and you have this understanding, well, he may say he's available and wants to play, but he doesn't, now what do we do? So now you have to negotiate that within the contract and the writings and try to figure out a way to have the writing set up in the contract where if he doesn't play, these things must happen.
Those sorts of provisions are rare in sports. Stephen A. has been saying that all along. I mean, does that feel like a realistic possibility?
Oh, no, if you're the Players Association, you ain't going for that.
That's what I mean. How's that going to go?
Not going to be able
it's
to
tough.
do it.
It's tough, man. It's a tough deal. It's a tough deal to do, but because of the chemistry, because of the situation with Kyrie not playing in these games all this time and missing so many games, you have to figure out a way to try to make this work.
And the residual is it's just more pressure on everybody else. It's more pressure on KD to stay healthy. If he misses games, games, then they fall in the standings. If he misses, Kyrie misses games, they're lower 5 through 8 seed in the playoffs. Now it just makes it less room for error. When they both came back, they played the most minutes since March 20th. They was first and second in the league in minutes. You know what I'm saying? You just end up taxing your team later in the season.
And they wind up getting swept in the playoffs. I very much appreciate your candor on that, having been there all last year, and your willingness to dive into it. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.